Is there anything that you enjoyed with them, like any specific thing?
I really liked the food. The food there was great. Specifically liked, the Beijing duck.
Do you think that the US could actually survive a week without Chinese products?
Oh, a week without Chinese products. The US could survive, but that's going to be a really hard week because after all, the US does heavily rely on shipping from China and things like that.
Do you like China or the US better, like in general?
If I had to live the rest of my life somewhere, I would still choose the US because that's the place that I'm the most, I would say, like accustomed to. And of course, in China, there's kind of a language barrier, but it's pretty close.
Hello, I'm a young reporter from Future Voices. May I interview you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Do you know how to speak Chinese?
Not a lot.
Where were you born?
I was born here in the US.
Have you ever been to China, and do you like it?
Yeah, I went there when I was 2, and I also went there 2 years ago, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, I enjoyed it. It was fun seeing my grandparents and stuff.
What's your favorite part in China?
I liked a lot of parts of it, but obviously it was probably hanging out with my grandparents and going to cool places with them because I don't get to see them very often because they're all the way back in China and we're here in the US. So I can't reach out to them a lot. We don't call them very often. So it was just really fun hanging out with them, going to malls or something. Yeah.
Is there anything that you enjoyed with them, like any specific thing?
Wait, let me think about that. Oh, okay. This one applies to a lot of people. I really liked the food. The food there was great. Specifically liked, the Beijing duck. Eating that with my grandparents. It's so good.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I can't really pinpoint on one thing, but I want to do something that has to do with like art and like specifically drawing because I've already had a lot of experience with that. I love drawing since I was like 3 or 4. I've also published a graphic novel, so maybe I want to make some more of those for fun.
Would you prioritize health, quality, or price in terms of China and US products?
Probably I'd prioritize quality because quality is more of like a general thing. It encompasses like health and price.
Which country do you think does better in these terms?
Maybe the US because what I've seen online and heard around me is that like China is like trying to automate a lot of things right now, robots and AI and stuff. And I feel like that could like dip that can make the products dip in quality and stuff.
Like, I think you probably know this, but like a lot of US products say, like, I don't know, like made in China, right? So do you think that the US could actually survive a week without Chinese products, or are we too tangled up to truly separate?
Oh, a week without Chinese products. The US could survive, but that's going to be a really hard week because after all, the US does heavily rely on shipping from China and things like that. But I don't think like America's is just like doomed or something, right?
So have you seen any headings on news about international conflict, and do you ever get anxious about it?
Yeah, I think as you know, at our school we had the debate topic about this AI China race in AI products and stuff like that. While I do think that this is like kind of scary times, it hasn't truly really affected my life or how I look at China. So overall, I haven't gotten really anxious about it.
So another question about international conflicts. So you're kind of like tuning it just out as voice. Do you think that these international conflicts are going to keep existing in like a decade?
I would say in a decade, Like that's a really long time, and of course it depends on of course right now President Trump, like, and in 10 years he'll definitely he'll be out of his presidency. So I feel like things they would in 10 years they'd definitely change. They'd and probably for the better. Yeah.
So you already went a bit over the AI race between China and the U.S. So how do you think the China and U.S. are doing in terms of technology improvement?
I've only really noticed like big improvements with AI. They're progressing very quick, like at an exponential rate. And with the race, I feel like as long as the race goes on, which as could be years and years, I feel like we're gonna keep improving and getting better, and there might not even be an end to it.
Do you like China or the U.S. better, like in general?
This is a hard question because I'm probably biased to the U.S. because I live there. But on the other side, like for the few months that I was in China for, those I went to a lot of cool places. I hung out with cool people. If I had to live the rest of my life somewhere, I would still choose the U.S. because that's the place that I'm the most, I would say, like accustomed to. And of course, in China, there's kind of a language barrier. So yeah, I would probably choose the U.S., but it's pretty close. Assuming that I'm fluent in Chinese, maybe I would go China.
So China and the U.S. You might not know this, but China and the U.S. have been working on climate change together. So do you think that this is actually making a difference in climate change?
Which I think if they really try hard enough, it could. But whether or not it makes a difference, I feel like it's good that they're finally collaborating because I've heard that they don't have the best relationship. So yeah, it is good that they're working on this, and um, I feel like they could make a change. Yeah.
What do you think is one thing that the Chinese people misunderstand about the U.S. and vice versa?
I'll start with stereotype from the U.S. to China. This is kind of like a worldwide stereotype, but you know, people they like mistake that like Asians, especially Chinese, they're like always smart or something, and they have really good academics, which for many is not true. They could just be like they could have normal skills in that area. Um, and something that China mistakes the U.S. for, I would. Well, a lot of the information that the Chinese have about us, I feel like a lot of it is fed by the government, and of course they don't have good relationships. So I would assume that China overall as a country doesn't really like us and think that we're like some evil country looking for their downfall, which for a lot of people isn't true. It's mostly just like the government that's telling them that. And like when I went to China, or like I feel like if any random American went to China, I feel like they'd be welcomed and nothing nothing bad would happen really.
So lastly, so what do you think that the two countries could or can or should improve on, like to each other in the future?
I think something that they should learn from each other is that like what I've observed is like they're both powerful countries, and if they just like try to be a bit more friendly and maybe like unite a bit, I feel like they could achieve lots of things. So they just need to learn to be more friendly with each other. They could achieve really great things if they do that.
Okay, thank you for your time. Have a nice day.
Thanks, you too.